This is question 55 on ACT 74C. There's two ways to find the answer to this question. It said a sporting goods store sells baseball caps for $22 each. So that's the price, is $22 each. At this price, 40 caps were sold. I'm just writing those numbers down. It says for every $1 decrease in price, a store will sell 4 more caps. The store will adjust the price to maximize revenue. All right, well, I'm not quite sure how many $1 I have to take off, so I'm going to just call the total dollars I take off X. So 22 minus X will be the price. If I take off $1, it will be $21. If I take off $2, it will be 22 minus 2. If I take off $10, it will be 22 minus 10. And then for every, that's the price part. For every dollar I take off, I increase the revenue, or I increase the number of caps sold by $4. So in other words, if I take off and I put 40, because that's what I started with, plus 4x. If I take off $1, I'm going to add 4 caps, 4 times 1. If I take off $2, x equal 2, then 8 more caps will be sold. 4 times 2 is 8. So this is price times number of caps. And the question tells us that price, the revenue equals number of caps sold times the price per cap. All right, well, let me multiply these and see what it comes out to. So we have to do FOIL. 22 times 40, first times first. That's 880. Inside times inside. Negative x times 40, or I'm sorry, outside times outside. We're doing FOIL. 4x times 22, that's plus 88x. Inside times inside. Negative x times 40 is negative 40x. Last times less. Negative x times 4x is negative 4x squared. And that's going to equal our revenue. That's the price times the number of caps. I'm going to show you another way to do this, but we might as well go through this. All right, let's write it in the order we're used to seeing it in. So we put the x squared first, minus 4x squared, and we're going to add like terms. So 88x minus 40x is going to be plus 48x plus 880 equals our revenue. And remember, you may remember that when there's a negative number in front of the x squared, the parabola is an upside down parabola. So at some point, there's going to be a maximum revenue. The more we decrease the price, we keep adding 4 caps. But eventually, if we decrease the price by $22, the price is 0, and then we're making no money. There's no revenue. So eventually, it might go up, and then it's going to start going down until it reaches 0 again. So how do we find that vertex of this upside down parabola? Well, when we have a parabola that looks like ax squared plus bx plus c, the vertex is negative b over 2a. That's just the formula for the vertex. Write it on your supplemental math sheet so you have that formula. You really need to know that, negative b over 2a. If you know some calculus, this will be very simple for you, but this is not much harder. Negative b over 2a. That's our vertex. That'll tell us how much we have to lower the price, how many x's we have to lower the price by in order to maximize. Well, before we do any of that, we might as well simplify this if we can. We'll divide everything by negative 4. So that's going to be x squared. 48 divided by negative 4 is negative 12. 880 divided by negative 4 is negative 220. Let me make sure I have that right. 22 times 40, yes, 880. Okay, equals R. So now we need negative b over 2a. b is 12, or negative 12, so negative b is negative 12 divided by 2 times 1. That's going to be 12 over 2 is 6. So that means x equals 6. We have to take $6 off the price. Well, if we take $6 off the price, it's 16 caps. We'll just plug it into this formula. Or it's not 16 caps, $16. 22 minus $6 is $16 times, well, 40 caps originally. 4 times 6 is 24. So we're going to sell 64 caps. And you can either do the multiplication on your calculator. I'm just going to do it like this. And that comes out to 4, 12, 10. 1,024. So that is answer E. I've already got it circled. I copied this from my annotated version of the test. It's got the answer circled. That's answer E. So I can do it the math way. Find out the number of dollars I have to take off the price. Came out to be 6. And then add 4 times 6, because every time I add take a dollar off the price, I add 4 to the caps, and then multiply those two things together. 16 times 64 equals 1,024. I did it by hand. You can do it on your calculator. Right, there's another way to do this, and this might be the way that more people would tend to do it. I'm just deleting this. If you need to look at it some more, just rewind the video. Maybe people will do it this way. This is a simpler way. Let's just keep trying to subtract dollars from this until we find the maximum revenue. So let's make a little table. In our table, we'll have the price. We'll have the number of caps, and we'll have the revenue. And this time I'll do the multiplication on the calculator because I won't have room to do all the long multiplication on the paper. So if the price is $22, we have 40 caps, and that's $880. So again, remember, this is an upside down parabola. Maybe you don't do that if you started doing this table first, but if you think about it, as we take dollars off the price, we add more caps. Maybe the price is going to start going up, but at some point, certainly when we reach $0 for the price, our revenue is 0. So our revenue is probably going to go up, then reach some maximum, and then come down. Who knows? Maybe you don't even think about that when you do this. But what you have to do is find the biggest number. So keep going until you find where it starts going down again, or until you find what's the biggest number in the answer choices. If you find any one that equals 1,024, you can't get a number that's bigger in the answer choices, so you know that was the answer. Right now, if we sell it for $21, we've got 44 caps. And now we can use our handy calculator if I have it open. 21 times 44 is $924. That's an answer choice, but we don't know if it's the biggest revenue at this point. Again, we have to imagine we didn't do it the math way, so we do not know at this point the answer is E. But again, if we reach E, 1,024, we know that we could stop at that point. All right, at $20, it's going to be 48, and 20 times 48, 960. That's actually an answer choice, but we're still going up, so we may find one that's bigger. 19, it's going to be 52. I'm adding 4 every time I take the price down by 1. 988. That's not even an answer choice. 18, I'm going to sell 56. 1,008, still going up, so we don't think we found the maximum yet. At $17, we're going to sell 60. 1,020, still going up. 1,020 isn't even an answer choice. 16 times, it's going to be 64 because we had 4 more. 1,024. Now again, at this point, we'd say, uh-oh, I just found one that equals 1,024. It's the largest answer choice. So I know that's got to be the answer. But let's watch what happens when we sell for $15. We'd sell 68 caps. Uh-oh, it's going down now, 1,020. So we found the maximum. Even if you didn't recognize, hey, I had to stop at 1,024, you'd see now your revenue is going down. So 1,024 was the largest one we had, which again is answer E. I've circled it. E, you'd bubble in on your bubble sheet. So 2 ways to do it, the math way, or just keep taking $1 off the price until you reach the maximum. Again, before you have the answer, you don't know that 1,024 is the answer. But as you keep going down $1, if you see the revenue keep going up, you say, okay, let me try the next one because maybe it's going to go up again. But then when it starts going down, hopefully very quickly you'd recognize either you reached the highest answer choice or, uh-oh, now it's going down. I might as well just pick this one because that's the highest one I had, and now they're all going down. And certainly once you got to 0, the revenue would be 0, and then you'd have all of them. I think it would probably take you a little bit too long to do 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 0. But hopefully you see the pattern that it keeps going down once we get past $16. So there's our answer E for 5574C.